What's up, everybody? Bernardo here, and today I'll be teaching you on how to build branding from scratch. Basically, how to charge more for your brand, because that's what we're interested in, right? We're interested in more money and to charge more for our products. Well, I thought about this while I was analyzing a drop shipping company that he wanted to shift his company into a branded company, right? Because if you have a drop shipping operation, you're selling things there are like you pay like 19 bucks and you sell it for 39, right? Or 49. But if you have the right branding, oops, the right branding, you can you can buy a product from 19 and charge it, I don't know, 199, 299, right? It's a different level of markups, and consequentially, a different level of margins, right? It's a different level of margins. And that's what I'm going to teach you to make these associations. Basically, branding equals association, right? When you see a company, you are basically making the all everything that you've seen. If you group every single post that you've seen from a company, every single ad that you've seen from a company, every single billboard you've seen from a company, that's his branding, right? And the best part is that you are the one who decides which is your branding, right? Because you're the one who making the ads, you're the one who making all of the creatives, right? So you can define it. And well, I got this I got this idea from two books, both from Edward Bernays, which was Propaganda. This one is kind of a basic one explaining, and the other one is a bit more in depth in a sense. And Edward Bernays was a guy who made like mass psychology and stuff, mass propaganda, right? In the 60s, 70s, 80s. And basically what he did on his operations is the same thing that we can do for your marketing strategy, right? This is the same thing that you can make. By making different kinds of associations, you slowly can turn your brand that's selling like that is on a like 2x markup, 2.5, or like you're not charging as much as you want into a 10, 15, 50 times markup, right? It's different. And you can apply these things from mass psychology into your marketing and consequently into your brand. And your main objective is to make a shift of public perception of your brand. Basically, from shit to expensive, from shit to high class, right? Perceptions, associations with high level stuff. Considering that you want to make associations with high level stuff. Because if you're selling a product that is, I don't know, $30,000, it's a different kind of branding that you need to do, right? Because people who are brokies, people who don't have money, they can't pay 30 grand for a handbag, as an example. So the associations that you will need to do for one type of persona is different than you need to do for a different type of persona. Mm. And just an observation, right? That it's easier to make something from scratch than to revert a shitty association. So if you're like, if you so if you have sold for a long time for a specific type of people, uh, sometimes it's easier to just create another brand from scratch and focus on a different public, right? Instead of picking a branding and shifting to another, it's easier for you to just create another one from scratch. And it's almost the same kind of work, right? It's almost the same kind of work. So just an observation here, right? So basically, what you want to do is associations between something aspirational that your client wants or needs and their actual situation. So let's consider that we want to sell to. Here's an example that I've just created, right? So this is our clothing brand. Our clothing brand is called Co, which is hard in English, not in English, in French. Sorry, and it's a clothing line for rich people, whatever. And the first thing that you need to do is to observe the market. You need to look what similar people are doing. People that are already selling to your public audience, what they're doing. So you can see what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and how you can apply it to your business. Right. So that's an example that I want to sell, that I have a clothing line for the ultra high net worth individuals, right? So some examples that I should be looking at is Loro Piana, is Brunello Cucinelli. I forgot how to how to write Cucinelli. Let me search here. This was the previous example that I was doing on another video. Um, Brunello Brunello Cucin Wensi, right? Wensi and dang, Brunello Bru Brun wait Brunello Cucinelli. No, it's alright. And you want to sell for ultra high net worth individuals that are young, they are smart, they are, you know, kind of cool. And that's basically your competition, basically, right? So the first thing you need to do is to observe what they're doing. So considering that, what you need to do is to make associations from your brand to what you're trying to focus. So let's consider that you want to sell freedom to them, right? Freedom and wealth. You need to make associations with it. So, an example, where ultra high net worth individuals they go to. They just an example here that came from top of mind. They go to Stad in Switzerland. They go skiing. Right. Just an example here to think out loud, right? To start the brainstorm. They go to Stad in Switzerland and no, they go skiing, they go snowboarding. So you go you go there, or I don't know, somewhere close to it, whatever. That's not my problem, right? That's your problem. So you go there and take some pictures based on that. You create some content around that place in about your company, right? You make you need to make this kind of associations. Basically, you need to do associations based on what they do. So considering they go to Stadt in Switzerland, they go ski. So you take pictures there. You make creatives there associating with your brand, running ads on that region. So people from there are watching that. Or people who are traveling there, they're seeing that. Um, what else? Another place. I don't know. They're in Grand Prix in Monaco. So you go in Monaco, take some pictures on some recognizable places of Monaco, right? So I don't know, on a spot where it is very famous, the Grand Prix, the Grand Prix curve. I forgot the name, but basically some recognizable places in Monaco to make that kind of association. Hmm. Another thing, like private jets or first classes in airports and businesses. So you go and take pictures there, right? Making these associations. I don't know, a thing that I've seen from another company. They they went to a castle in France to take some pictures. If I'm not mistaken, it was New Project who did that. New Project is a good example of what I'm trying to say, but not that much. But it's a good example of what they did. So you go into a castle and you take pictures in front of a castle in the castle. Like you need to make these kind of associations, right? And considering that you want to increase your perception, some things that I've thought about is to first, in these right here would be like from platform to platform. So there are some different things, right? So here, like, let's go here on Instagram. Well, on Instagram, it there is more of a lifestyle platform than content, heavy content based. So you will post some lifestyle, quote unquote. A bit. You were going to sell a lot. Wait a second. You're going to sell lifestyle a bit above what is your target audience, right? You're gonna sell something kind of inspirational, aspirational. So places, what I was saying before, places, clothing, cars, travels, watches, handbags, and make this kind of association and associate it with the product you're selling. So considering our example before, so you're going to disconsider this and consider all the rest. So places, uh, the ultra high net worth individuals go to Stadt, Switzerland, take pictures there. So you go there, you go there, create content around there. You create content in there, like showing the place and all that stuff, making this kind of associations, right? Another example, they they roll with Lamborghinis. So you're going to go a bit up and get, I don't know, a car that just a bit better than Lamborghini. So I'll just shoot it up. So a Bugatti, you're gonna take pictures with Bugatti or with, I don't know, any other ultra high net worth cars, right? I'm not into cars. Basically, cars travel. So you're gonna make a shooting in, I don't know, in a private jet, right? Something like that. Watches. You need to put on the model's wrist, Audemars Piguet, Rolex maybe. There are different kinds of associations you will do, right? And if it's for the female line, right? Female clothing line, you can do the same thing, but like with you show handbags, right? It's something that women love that stuff. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you need to make that kind of association. So in Instagram, you sell a bit of a lifestyle because it's more short form, and Instagram is a very lifestyle based platform. So on Instagram, we're gonna focus on that. On TikTok, just consider what I wrote here. This was another brainstorm that I did. TikTok. An example of TikTok, what you can do is considering that TikTok is a more cinematic heavy, right? You're you're obviously going to post videos there, but you can edit them in a way which shows that is high class, right? Let me see. How can I exemplify that? I'm searching right now on YouTube. Um, a thing that you could do is I, I don't know the name of that, but basically, no, I'll just say it up front. Basically, what you need to do is, you know, those cinematic videos that they do, those cinematic videos that some some people that do lifestyle content do. You basically want to do that. You want to edit the videos in a way that you perceive yourself as high value while showing the stuff. And you can create content too, in a sense that educational content, right? In YouTube, you're going to focus on lifestyle vlogs, not lifestyle from it. Actually, it can be from the brand itself, but it would be cooler if the founder put their faces on and it would be talking a bit about the brand and showing the lifestyle and that kind of stuff. But basically, on YouTube, you're considering that it's a long form, hmm, right? You need to focus on education and lifestyle vlogs. And some examples of vlogs are Daniel Dillon and Luke Belmore, but actually Iman Gadzi has ones too. So I'm just searching here Daniel Dillon to show you guys. Daniel Dillon. See here, this kind of vlogs, right? Good update. Get started the video. Let me see if I can show a better take. Um, another one, another one, another one, another one. No, no, no. We already beat 26. Say like, now what this? See, that's the type of stuff you can do. That's the type of stuff you can do. That's basically the vibe that you can do, right? So every platform is different, and you need to do some associations to it. And here are observations for another video. But basically, you need to do associations from your brand and what your clients aspire to have. So if you want to sell them freedom, you make freedom associations. If you want to sell wealth, you want to create wealth associations. If you want to sell status, you want to make status associations. And that applies with many different kinds of brands in many different kinds of niches, right? And if you want to have this thing, like you want to make this kind of work for your company, for your business, and many more things, such as how to find the perfect kind of clients for your business, target them down so they buy from you, and make them buy more and more, right? More than one time to buy reoccurring or whatever kind of business model that you have. I'll leave the link below so you can book a call with us and we can talk to see what specifically suits to your business and how we can make your company thrive and make better associations to sell more, have a better markup, make more money, have a better profit margin, and make you richer. So here's a link below. Book a call, and hopefully I see you in this call. See you next time.